Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses. Welcome back to the rug pool. I want to look at something a little different. Nothing occult, nothing metaphysics and whatnot. But, when I get to looking at some shit and some shit starts lining up, this is why we do the rug pool over here. Okay? So everybody's heard this concept that the World Economic Forum predicted, that in a few years, by 2030, they said that individuals would own nothing and be happy. Okay. Now, the name of this article is "A Future with No Individual Ownership is Not a Happy One," dealing with the property theory. Okay, so there's a link between ownership and one's feelings about themselves and just overall, But what's interesting is they added the fact that you would be happy about owning nothing. Now, that's some shit. That is some shit. There's got to be something like dealing with the psychology of how you could condition the people to own nothing and be happy about it. Pretty much pay fees and rental fees and monthly fees for everything and not really have nothing in which is theirs, with no oversight or no said restrictions or obligations or fucking having to pay some shit all the damn time. So I watched the video, I seen a little video, and I was like, this is some shit. Okay, made me think a little bit because I'm gonna just play the shit.
And what quietly went away without anyone noticing: ownership. We used to pay money and then the thing actually belonged to us. Now everything is sold as a service. Music as a service, movies as a service. We spend and we hold nothing in our hands. This got my wheels turning. I want to talk about it. So at face value, it reminds me of a time when we would buy CDs, DVDs. We could watch or listen to it whenever we wanted. Today, if a movie or song gets removed from all platforms, there could literally be no official way to access it. What it got me thinking about was the future of the public record and who is actually in control of it. Remember during the Super Bowl when Alicia Keys hit that bad note and the next day all the official media had the note fixed?
Some people want it all. Some people want it all.
If it weren't for people having their own archive, the official record is actually a lie. It's an intentional misrepresentation of what actually happened. And it's all fun and games when you're talking about just entertainment. But what happens with things that are more important? And I just think about the ripple effect of what this could mean longer term. Like, who is the controller of truth or of reality? I think that we're going to start to see fractures in having what you remember be different from what the public historical record is of that moment in time. So this concept of ownership for me is more about control over consumption, and as a result, global understanding of the truth. I'm mostly just thinking out loud, but I do think it could be a great basis for a case study or a thesis. I'm not gonna write it, but one of y'all should, because I think there's a lot to unpack there. But what do you think about all this?
For a goddamn rug pull. This is a great basis for a rug pull. Literally, while I'm here, I seen this, I was like, you know what? That is some shit. Especially when
Let me end. Had the fixed.
Some people want it all. Some people want it all.
If it weren't.
Okay, now granted, people mess up and shit, but messing up and you messing up and people being there to witness it and it being recorded live, that is what happened. Okay? You don't get to go back and re-edit some shit and change the whole shit to where it appears as if this is what happened. Okay? We are living in an interesting time. Okay? We're living in a real interesting time. Okay? Because here's the thing. When here we go right here. Look at this.
What you remember be different from what the public historical record is of that.
Having what being different than what the public perception or what the public believes to be true. Now, the only way you would know if something was true or not is if you had the original or you were there. You know, in today's society, today's day and age, with the media and all the manipulation of the media and said shit like that, um, it's interesting how we've come to a time where you may not know what happened based on what you're being shown. What you're being shown may not necessarily be what happened. And that goes beyond the scope of today's realm, but all the way back through history. Okay, and this is why I believe it's super important to have archives or have access to archives, or that things are archived and preserved. Because in this new
that moment in time. So this concept of ownership for me is more about control over consumption, and as a result, global understanding of the truth. I'm mostly just thinking.
okay, control of what people have access to and control of what their version of the truth is, you know? So I'm looking at this, right? I'm like, okay. And I go over here, I'm like, okay, ownership, nothing, you own nothing and be happy. Okay, I get it. Most people would assume that that has to do with like property, and as far as property, like actual physical property, like land and homes and things like that. But if you really take away the home aspect from it, most people don't even own their car. Most people are making payments on a vehicle. They don't own, clearly they don't, most people don't, in my generation, okay, are not owning homes. They're paying on something monthly. I am one of those people who pay what they call rent monthly. Okay. Now, seeing this and then knowing that the internet is vast, it's large, it's wide, and everything is being put and being sold as some sort of service. You know what I'm saying? Now, it says why physical ownership of things is important in the age of streaming. Not even just movies, you know what I'm saying? But information as far as books and texts go. Hell, we've been being told not to trust Wikipedia at face value for hella years simply because it has the ability to be edited. Now, we know that your average person can't go in and edit these articles, but people out there have access to edit what people perceive to be fact and truth. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So I'm looking at this whole thing a lot bigger than just owning homes and music and whatnot. I'm looking at it in a knowledge, from a knowledge perspective as well, because he who controls the output of the knowledge controls what people believe, you know, what people believe is true, you know. So I'm over here looking, right, I'm looking at this, I seen this, Internet Archive breached again, the third cyber attack in October 2024. Okay, so Internet Archive has confirmed a third security breach on October 20th in what became a series of escalating cyber attacks. Look at the name of the website, Internet Archive. Okay? Now, I started thinking when I seen this, I was like, wait. What really, it was this article, Vanishing Culture, a report on a fragile culture record. Okay? You have to understand the reason why things are the way they are today. Shit used to be preserved in stone. You dig what I'm saying? Preserved in stone. Preserved in stone. There ain't no altar in this shit. This is etched in damn stone. And today, there is nothing really etched in stone as far as on a symbolic level, as shit is solid and can stay that way. I seen shit to where they're going back into old Disney movies and putting chemtrails in the goddamn old Disney movie skies. What kind of shit is that? So if they can go back and alter old Disney movies from the goddamn 50s and 40s and 60s, 70s, however long the shit was, and add the shit to all the skies back then, you know that they, you know, can control the thought process of people just based on what they're able to put in the damn medias and what they could slide into their books. You feel me? Hold on, looking for yeah. So yeah, like I said, this article right here, the rise of streaming platforms and temporary licensing agreements means that sound recordings, books, films, and other cultural artifacts that used to be owned in physical form are now at risk in digital form or disappearing from public view without ever being archived. So there are things that have happened, and if it was not written down, it is just a figment of the person's thought process. Okay? Now that's interesting because collectively, we as humans are big on the preservation of records and knowledge. We always have been. Okay, as humans, we've always been recording shit, writing shit down in stones, writing things down on walls. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of shit. Humans have always preserved record of certain things. You know, and you have to ask yourself: ownership rights declining, and then now you have physical media rising. People have actually started seeing this. People have actually started seeing the fact that the actual physical ownership of everything is gone. When it comes to your favorite music, do you own your favorite music? Or do you have to go on an app or turn on a certain device as far as the internet or a phone to actually play your damn music? Do you own the physical copy? Yeah, now granted, having the MP3 file is, you know, it's decent, but you dig what I'm saying? Even all that is subject to, you know, the expense of the damn computer or the internet or whatever platform you're holding your shit on. So I thought this was interesting. In a world dominated by digital streaming, the vinyl record and CD, often dismissed as obsolete relics of a bygone era, are making a remarkable comeback that despies expectations. What are people doing buying big ass vinyl records for? Why are people going back to vinyl records? CDs may not be making headlines, but their sales have remained steady with 33 million units sold in the same year. Okay? It says, where we once owned these items, we now license them, and our access to them is controlled by the platform and not the user. By the platform. Where's that example? Okay, even with items that are supposedly purchased in digital form, and providers often wield the power to add or remove content based on commercial or contractual agreements. In an example of extreme irony, Amazon removes copies of George Orwell's 1984 from users' Kindles. Can you imagine that? You have a certain book that you purchased online, you have it on your digital tablet or your computer or whatever, and then you wake up and the book is gone. And the book is now nowhere to be purchased again because of some sort of fucking shit behind the scenes where they're like, we can't have motherfuckers reading this shit no more. You know, and that's a good example because this is an example of extreme irony because the book that they removed, George Orwell's 1984, was dealing with censorship and the control of information from certain parts of the damn government. So we see that even people owning physical books on their damn Kindle can get snatched. You know, this go a little deep. You know, because I'm looking and going back to vanishing culture, right? Cyber attacks. Huh? This is what I'm doing this shit. Cyber attacks, like those used against the Internet Archive, the British Library, Seattle Public Library, Toronto Public Library, and Calgary Public Library are a new threat to the digital culture, disrupting the infrastructure that secures our digital heritage and impeding access to information at a community scale. This is some shit. Okay? This is some shit. This is literally some shit, simply for the simple fact, who the fuck and what type of cyber hackers are trying to hack and shut down the motherfucking Internet Archive? You dig what I'm saying? What? The Seattle Public Library? Oh, let's think about it. These are databases that are large stores of information as far as the amount of different shit that is compiled in these type of libraries. I don't know if you guys remember going to the library growing up, you know, actually going into a physical library. I remember going to the library, and in the library they had everything. Like the public library in my city, and yours too, had everything. They had books, movies, games, you name it. You can go in there and rent a movie, go in there and watch a movie. Why? Movies are a form of art, a form of, like I said, cinema is a form of art. It's just like books. There's a lot that goes into making a movie. You see the actors and whatnot, but all that shit is written down. Everything is written down when it comes to making a movie and acting it on screen. This is art. So there are certain movies that are considered classics, considered great movies where humans were able to put together some masterful shit and put it on film. You know, act out some masterful shit and put it on film. These things have been a part of culture. You know, and have been certain plays and books. Could you imagine if Shakespeare's shit never hit the scenes? No drama, none of that, none of those works from Shakespeare were ever preserved and whatnot. Where the fuck would niggas be? What would movies and cinema be without the influence of the shit from the past? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, looking at these cyber attacks, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, all right, cyber attacks, okay, the British Library. But then I'm looking at the first one, I'm like, Internet Archive. Why the fuck does that sound familiar? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because the Internet Archive is where I go to get damn near every book that I can't, or that I'm trying to buy first on Amazon, but I want to read some of the damn shit to know if it's something I want to buy. Where the hell you think I'm going? Check this. This is the Internet Archive. Someone took this book, and this is the beautiful thing, and I'm somebody who has to speak on this because I utilize shit like this. Another soul chose to go through and photocopy every single page of the book. Literally. I have the book right here. And what you're seeing, okay, I got volumes 1 and 2. Okay. This is 1 and 2. You know, so this is the reprint edition. That's the reprint edition from 1963. I don't got that. I got the 2021 version. So this is even more beautiful because you got the ability with this Internet Archive to see the books before they were even reprinted, before they were republished, before they were revised and edited and changed and added on to. Now, granted, I'm all for the revision of certain books and certain texts and the adding of information because certain things, certain subjects is always advancing. You know, certain sciences are always advancing. I'm all with that. You know, and then there's others that literally deal with the fact that you have others that deal with the fact that the original, almost lost my train of thought right there. They deal with the damn original, straight like that. So knowing and seeing that before the revision, this is some of the more potent shit. Volume 1, the other book I got 2 volumes in it. So, but here's the thing: Internet Archive. The Internet Archive. This is where people who follow me or tap in with me, I get a lot of my damn shit like that. When I'm posting certain screenshots and I'm dealing with the science of the soul and shit like that, how the hell you think I'm going and finding older texts? Now, granted, me knowing in my soul, in my spirit, what time it is, I have to buy the physical book. Because in my soul and in my spirit, I understand that this information will not always be prevalent the way it's prevalent at this current time in history. Okay? It has not always been prevalent. Not always. You know? Because even when a book is first printed, they may go out of print for a while. And they're not printing that book no more. The demand may drop and they're not printing that motherfucker. You gotta find it. And the fact that we have the internet and you can goddamn hop on, and granted, you know, Jeff Bezos and these other online booksellers and shit like that, goddamn every book for your ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we gotta be thankful for that shit. And I really, truly do. I am thankful for the fact that all this shit is archived. Like somebody went through and actually scanned every goddamn page in the book. Scanned every page. And not just for this book, but for many goddamn books. Hold on. What? Oh, I lost the other one. Oop, I done closed some shit. Listen, I'm over here. First of all, now that I've been privy to the fact that, you know, that there are these archives and libraries. Hell, Internet Archive. I didn't give a fuck about nothing else that they goddamn got on this website. Nothing. I utilized it for what I used it for. I'll type in something, the Light of Egypt PDF. That should take me here. What I did notice is every time they take me to the archive is I can't download it from here. Download options. On my phone, they don't be letting me download. Maybe I can do it on my fucking computer. One file. .gz. Was that a zip? Full text. Can we download that? Oh, wow. So I can actually, and that's the beautiful thing too. So now, it'll be all fucked up. But I have the text. And here's the beautiful thing, okay? You have to understand what time we're in. What time are we in? Okay? This is the time we're in. I don't know if you motherfuckers have seen this goddamn movie. Okay? This is the goddamn Children of Men. What does it say? The year 2000. I had to Google this, because I'm like, alright. Certain things start popping in my head when I'm thinking, I'm like, alright. This is some shit. I know where we're heading because I've already been programmed to see and know where we're heading. They put the shit in the damn cinema. Art emulates life. They put their plans in the motherfucking movies. Okay? So when I was a jit, I watched a movie called Children of Men. Okay? Where no more humans were giving birth. All of the birth was done. Infertility. The last motherfuckers on earth is the last niggas on earth. Ain't no more goddamn babies being born. Right? So this movie was in 2006. I was probably 14 when this movie came out, right? And it was set in a dystopian future where I'm living at, where humans are infertile and society is on the brink of collapse. We can look up the fact that let's see it. Yes, birth rates are declining in the United States and around the world. Globally, all the shits, birth rates are declining. So this movie, Children of Men, was set in the year 2027, right? Okay? And I had to Google, I'm like, what fucking year was that movie set in? Alright? Because there's already cars and shit driving themselves now. Cars with fucking cameras all over the shit. My fucking cars can goddamn drive themselves. All right, so we clearly in some of these dystopian futures. You got cars that could drive themselves, passing by a motherfucker sleeping in a damn tent on a damn street. You know what I'm saying? You got the future mixed with some fucked up shit, right? So in this movie, you see the setting of what we're living at. Okay, infertility, an unexplained event caused infertility. Okay, chaos. With economies collapsing, wars breaking out, and terrorist bombing becoming commonplace. This is normal shit. Chaos is normal for those that are living right now. Any child that was born from 2010 up until now only knows chaos. They don't know it, but their life since they've been born has been purely chaos here and around the world. Okay? The migrant crisis in this movie in 2026 said the United Kingdom is deluged by asylum seekers. Let's look that up. Asylum seekers in the U.S. Okay? 2023, the top 5 country, okay, whatever. The majority of asylum claims are successful, with 76% of initial decisions resulting in a grant of asylum or other form of protection. Okay? So, clearly they got the motherfucking website where you can claim asylum in the UK. Go online, say you're applying for a visa, blah, 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 what the fuck ever. Okay? Clearly, this is going to have a negative impact on the goddamn country, because it's all part of the damn problem. It's all part of the plan, which will create a problem, right? United Kingdom is deluged by asylum seekers who are detained and deported by the government. Probably coming soon, right? Motherfuckers about to get rounded up since they didn't let in 1 trillion people within the past 10 years. They're about to start deporting these motherfuckers, because that is the rhetoric that they're calling for in the public town hall square, aka Twitter, where instead of they're voicing their opinion in public, they pretty much gather on the internet. Okay? Public health calamity. The human race is on the brink of extinction due to an inexplicable public health calamity, Okay? All this shit is what the world we're living in. Okay? This is where we're living. Okay? We're living in a fucked up time, which is similar to the movie Book of Eli. I had to look that one up because it was on some shit. Okay, some people saying that was 2043 I'm seeing. But here's the thing, this nigga had one book. There weren't even no books in this time and age. You dig what I'm saying? There weren't even no books. So understand that we're living in a time where this what we have right now, which is the access to plethora of information and loads of books and online knowledge and whatnot, and the internet archive, understand that they are attacking this shit. And there are not many websites that have the archive of all of these goddamn books. Literally, this is the fucking name of the website. It's called Internet Archive. So what does that tell you? This is the main shit. They're the motherfuckers who do it. You dig what I'm saying? So coming over here and seeing, I actually decided to look at the damn website for, other than some shit, other than just some text. I'm like, okay, these niggas got software, archived software, archived software. And my ass, I got to looking real quick. I'm like, hold on, my nigga, I'm kind of one of them niggas that, you know what I'm saying, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Look at that, all the homebrews. All of the homebrews. Look at that. All the PSP homebrew games. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hey, yo. Homebrew. Guarantee. What is this? Guarantee this is an ISO file. One item. Whatever. PSP. Yeah, man. I used to download all these shits. Because you can't play it. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order to find certain shit, It's done for. Who got this damn Sega Genesis anymore? Sega Genesis. But if you know what you're doing, you can go on this bitch, find the goddamn game you looking for. You feel me? Download the motherfucking file and the software to probably play the damn shit. Yeah, because all these games, you know, there's these Game Boys you could buy with all these preloaded games and all these old games and shit. 1,000 games on a Game Boy nowadays. This is where they're getting the shit from the archive. You feel me? Hold on. Text. Smithsonian libraries and shit. FedLink, genealogy and shit. Okay, all text. Type in anything you want in this motherfucker. Ancient Egypt, okay? And then you got all these damn books. Hold on, let me look at this. Let me see. Let me see what they got. This is a good book. Okay, man. I said Alvin Kuhn. Let's see if they got Alvin Kuhn's book. Y'all don't even got this joint on here. The Lost Light. Interesting. The Book of Jasher. Niggas was in love with that shit. Niggas was in love with that shit. I can't find The Lost Light. This is the interesting thing. There's so many damn books. Let me see. Hermetica. Hermetica. Let's see what they got. Hermetic material. This is all the wisdom and knowledge of the damn soul right here. Okay? All this wisdom and knowledge of the damn soul. Encyclopedia of Witchcraft. The Greenhaven. I'm interested. This is the beautiful thing about archives. Okay? They got all this goddamn shit on here. In all the hermetic text that people was even some old shit published in 1598. Early European books. Can we open this motherfucker? What are we doing? Yeah. Load the page. Archive. So yeah, like I said, you got all these different texts, archives and shit, and this is the thing. This is the thing. They're trying to shut this shit down. What hacker in their right mind? Like, I want you guys to really be for real. Like, these niggas aren't doing this. Hackers are trying to get money. They're trying to exploit niggas and get money. This is a archive of information and shit. Hello. This is an archive of information. This is that book from the 1500s. Hold up. I'm telling you, I am in love with books. In love. Hermetica Tracticus. Nigga. Some people will never lay eyes on a book from the 1500s. No cap. But thanks to the archives, we can. And I'm a firm believer that you need to be trying to own some of this shit. I'm a firm believer that it is important and it's imperative not only that you buy the books, but if you can, okay, because me personally, I have a plethora of PDFs on my phone, which can be transferred into the micro SD in my Android phone, okay, good Android, and that's the reason for it, You know, iPhones, they keep you locked into that same one. I have an iPhone as well, but they keep you locked into that device. And if you want to put something in their cloud storage, it's their cloud storage. With an Android, you can take something from the internet, download it to your phone, and then save it to a SD card, which is a physical form of digital memory. You could actually take that and put it into something, you know, a different device or whatever, and access the information. It has been taken offline. It has been taken off of said internet website that could be hacked and shut down, and access to all those books and texts can now be gone. You know, you have the ability to create your own internet archive, your own library, not only of physical books, but some of the shit that is in some of these digital forms and, you know what I'm saying, PDFs and shit like that. You know, you can somehow find a way to download these shits and have them yourself. Clearly, these is something that is of value. Clearly, libraries are of value. Books are of value. Information has always been of value. Okay, where's the shit at when the nigga said you will own nothing and be happy? You won't even, by 2030. It's only 2024 right now. They got about, they're saying within the next 5 years, just watch. Just watch. With Pluto going into Aquarius, we don't know what type of goddamn transformations we're about to see going forward. Up until the year, whoa. Let's look that up. Through March 8th, 2043. The Book of Eli was set in, what did they say? 2043? 2043? Same shit with the Pluto in Aquarius from right now till 2043. And they talking about within the middle of all of that shit. Hold on. And they talking about in the middle of all of that shit, you ain't gonna own nothing and be happy. Yeah, we're entering into an interesting time, okay? Like I said, you know something's up when the internet archives are being breached and attacked. You know something is up. You know something is up when the Seattle Public Library, the British Library, the Toronto Public Library, Calgary Public Library. These are all big cities. This is huge. You won't see the shit on the damn news and news media, but clearly they're trying to erase the culture and the parts of the culture that they don't want people to have access to. You know, they want that new age, modern, retarded ass music that have your ass all fucked up in the head. Okay? That ain't singing about nothing versus the songs in the 70s, 80s, 50s, 40s, 30s, whatever the fuck, however long before that actually has some sort of substance. You dig what I'm saying? Some sort of substance, actual real instruments and things like that. This is why people going back to the vinyl. People are tired of the digital sound. You have to understand, once they digitize the music does not sound the same no more. It's a digital version of something that was recorded live. Okay? The closest thing you get to the actual sound and shit is the vinyl. Before they change, even CDs sound way better than the digital MP3 version that you hearing in all these masked up shit that you hear on the goddamn these digital songs and shit like that. Nothing compares to the CD. Nothing. And if I'm wrong, okay, first of all, we don't want to claim asylum. Okay? If I'm wrong, then why the hell is the damn, why is according to the RIAA, which is the record motherfuckers, the vinyl sales experienced remarkable growth for the 16th consecutive year in 2021, amassing a $1.2 billion in sales, constituting a significant of 71% of all physical media revenue. So you're not getting, people aren't buying DVDs, they're not buying movies, they're not buying VHSs, trying to preserve that. These motherfuckers is getting the music. They're getting the music, and they're putting the music back on its original format with the vinyl. Okay? That is the science. The carbon-based black motherfucking record vinyl with a damn crystal needle. Alright? That is the original shit. And I can guarantee you that there ain't a lot of niggas that's going back to vinyl. These motherfuckers, it's probably some goddamn, you know what I'm saying, figuring this shit out. Alright? And it's time for niggas to figure this shit out. God damn it. Alright? Niggas need to get on their shit when it comes to the damn books. Alright? When it comes to owning something as far as, you know, some things of value. I know it's hard for motherfuckers to own a damn house and own some other shit, and you know what I'm saying, but here's the thing. When it comes to the knowledge, what knowledge do you own? What can you reference in your own house? Without pulling out any device, can you put someone on some knowledge? Do you have a library of your own? It don't have to be on occult metaphysic books like I do, or religion and shit like that like I do, but do you have your own library of information in any form, shape, or form? This right here, I'm calling for the ones who got the will to start downloading these motherfucking books. Start purchasing and making the purchase on the texts. If you have children, you should be buying books. It's as simple as that. You should be buying books and highlighting the important parts. In case you don't make it, the kids can be able to open up the book and at least see what my dad or my mom was on. As far as what the hell you was in there highlighting and shit like that. They should be able to go into that room, look at the damn library, and be able to see what kind of person you were or are based on what kind of knowledge you are preserving. When you purchase something in a book or some shit like that and own it, you're preserving the said knowledge. Okay? You have to understand, we're dealing with, what was it? Look at this right here. Do you know how important this is? This is the Rosetta Stone. Do you know how important this is? We wouldn't be nowhere as far advanced metaphysically, spiritually, or anything of these sorts without this right here. This is the Rosetta Stone. And if you don't understand the significance of the Rosetta Stone, you have a lot of fucking work to do. A lot of work to do. Okay? So understanding the importance and the significance of the preservation of information is fucking key. It's the biggest key. Alright? So yeah, I just want to hop on here and show you how that they is attacking these archives and whatnot. They going back and doctoring videos and shit. So what you know as the truth is always going to be subject to who put that truth out. Okay? Unless you have original source material. Okay? I am big on going back to the source. I'm big on what book is that? Give me your damn bibliography. Because you have to understand, when you buy a text or a book that's loaded with information and you have a great author, that author is going to link a bibliography in that damn book. Okay? Which is going to link you to all the books that they use to compile the book that you got. So it's a never-ending cycle of knowledge and all of that good shit like that. So yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that these niggas is actually attacking the damn archives. Like, hey yo, my nigga, they attacking the damn archive. Alright, and this may be the perfect time for you to actually take it serious as far as owning some physical media in some way, shape, or form. I'm the book guy. You may be the music person. You may be the movie person. You may be the video game person. I don't know. Whatever it is, we are moving into an interesting time. Remember I told you, children of men? Remember I told you, goddamn Book of Eli. We are headed there right now. You know, you can live in the damn La La Land, Matrix, all the extra shit, but yes, just know, one day we might not have access to the same amount of information that you do right now. Okay? Straight like that. Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses. This is the fucking rug pull.